Pakistan react to this situation? Because they have the form. They've beaten New Zealand 3-0 in a T20 series. And we talked about taking that momentum forward into the one-day series. Can they do it? Because they've lost 11 is on the bounce against New Zealand. Got to be a win round the corners. Got to be.
It's, isn't it, when you think white ball cricket, but I think cricket lovers sitting home will realise that 2020 is so much shorter than 50-50, and it is quite a different game. Strategy and chess-like scenario where you've got to play the waiting game. Sometimes you've got so much more time to play the waiting game. Be smart. And just look at the tree here, isn't it classic? New Zealand lost those 3 wickets at 208, 4, 5 and 6, and then the hat-trick fell on 8, 8 and 8. All the 8s there again with the 208 earlier in the New Zealand innings. So, yeah, numbers game.
We have a bit of a pause. I'm not too sure what the reason is, but oh, I think it's a change of bat. Pakistan will have to show character here. 34 for the loss of 3. Undone by that wonderful hat-trick by Bolton. Now they've got to recover and make of things. Hasn't looked rusty at all. He was off for a long time. Broke his hand while fielding. Always difficult to come back after you've been injured. And he hasn't looked troubled at all. I think his footwork has been... I think it's Fakhar Zaman who should be causing just a little bit of worry to the think tank because of how he's playing. 34 for the loss of 3. Yeah, Fakhar in his last 6 innings, not 1-1. And it's clearly a technical issue. He's not been able to assess the ball through the leg side. Very good offside. He waits for a little bit of width, like most left-handers do. Then you've got to be just a little bit more handy technique when you're trying to flick the ball off the pads.
Fascinating, isn't it, to get to this level? And he really is quite short on ability in terms of just hitting that. It seems, you think of left-handers over the years. Played a lot of international cricket, you and I remember, and watched a lot too, and worked on a lot from the commentary box. Left-handers just so leaning on, just caressing and just punching it on the onside. There you've got that whole strategy. The one I can only think of, particularly in the last 3 or 4 decades, was Kepler Wessels. He was a bit too. They tend to come wide and tuck him up in there, but that was because really closed off, unique stance. Wessels, that is. But you look at Fakhar Zaman and the modern game, you've got to adapt. You've got 3 formats now. So you have to be able to score a bit more around the clock to survive.
That's down the leg side. It's been given as a wide. Do you think the point to discuss is whether he can pull it off at this stage of his career, when he's thick-set in his ways and methods? Can he reinvent himself? And would Pakistan give him time to do that? Because there's so much talent coming through the ranks. Players playing for positions. He's middle of the ball very nicely, Shoaib. He finds the fielder, 36 for the loss of 3. Still ball to come. And so, should he be given time off? Are the coaches working on his technique?